blur already.
It's live.
Okay, then we start live. We are now in Facebook. Yeah, if at 8 Facebook as well, we are going live. Good evening, everyone, and I'm so glad that today we are able to invite SK, because before that, I think last year I did attend SK class. I think 1 or 2 times, I can't remember. I learned a lot of things from him, especially some questions about pregnancy where we don't know at all. So I was so amazed by what actually SK know. You know, how even what are the things that we eat, how we actually sleep, even what can we do during our, you know, when we are pregnant, what can we do to actually help when we deliver. You know, there are a lot of things where we can learn from SK today. So let's welcome SK. SK, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I can. Thank you very much, Win, and thank you very much, Eve, at 8, for inviting me for doing some sharing on the topic called Delivery Healthy and Smart Baby with a Brain in Mind. So I'm sure every parent will be puzzled, why do I have the end point as a brain in mind? So if you just don't mind, I'll just share with my slides. Okay.
SK, I'm going to move
Yeah.
myself out from the
Yep.
screen. So if
Yep.
you have anything, you just message me in the private chat, okay?
Yeah, sure. All right, thank you very much. Okay, once again, the topic is called Delivering Healthy and Smart Baby with a Brain in Mind. So I'm sure every parents, be it new parents, existing parents, they wish their children are really deliver healthy and smart. Of course, a lot of people will define what do they mean by healthy and smart. I give you a starting point as well. Let's take myself, for example. I have a daughter. Her name is QQ Tan, and she's going to be 15 in October this year, right? Just to share with you, her delivery, the moment my wife been declared with pregnancy, my wife have not undergo any scanning, ultra scan, other than one time. Then subsequently, my daughter was delivered with only one time vaccination just because I need to obtain the IC. Other than that, she never met a doctor. She never been prescribed with any Western medication. She actually never actually go for, she hardly fall sick and so forth. I'm going to share with you how all this are being done. Huh? Okay, so let me start. Let me introduce myself. My name is SK Tan. Okay, and I'm actually an Asia leading brain-based learning expert. I started by focusing about learning. Because of the time challenge, I will not be able to give you a lot of details, but I just want to share with some example for you to appreciate. So the extension for me to do all these things is actually go on to the brain and mind management. Okay, one of the easier way for you to understand what you mean by brain-based or brain-friendly learning is actually I take myself for example. I always introduce my present SK equals to suka kawan. When I deal with kids, they like to call me suka kacha because I always irritates them. As for the what you call the ladies, I'm sure you heard about this very popular cosmetic product, namely SK2. Namely SK2. Okay. Then whereas actually I'm also evolving into environmental restoration. My apologies, wait for me. Let me restart the live of the IG. Yes. Okay. So I just repeat because I normally how I introduce my present actually like SK equal to Suka Kawan because at least there's an ideal way for you to remember my name. Children call me Suka Kachao. Ladies, you call me SK2. So for environmental, they call me Sampa King. Not that I want to belittle myself. So in my vision, I always when I talk about teaching, I go with as easy as 1, 2, 3. Meaning to say I do not want to teach more than 3 steps. Now, what inspired me to go into this because of Frank Outlaw? He gave me this title called Destiny. Watch your thought, they become your words. Okay, then watch your word, they become your action. Focus on the action, they become your habits. With the habits, they become your character. And eventually, watch your character, they become your destiny. I mean, any life outcome that I want, it actually will eventually all boils down to my fundamental element called my thinking, my thoughts. Okay, and I also study about world geniuses, all the geniuses you name it. I'm sure every parents wanted their child to be genius, but unfortunately they have no clue how to go about it. So I take the liberty to do a lot of study about geniuses, even the tribes that are very smart. For example, like Atlantis, S.E.E.D. group, Maya group, and so forth. If I ask you who is actually the number one, okay, ranked number one genius of the century, most majority of people will answer me Einstein. Just to share with you, Einstein only ranked number 10. Okay, I won't reveal who is the number one. Huh? Okay, actually, what do I do? Actually, for the past, I've been actually involving into IT. I mean, IT into the information technology for 26 years until I switched my focus into the different type of computer called biocomputer, which is actually our brain. So I do a lot of research on brain, mind, and then also inventing products, reinvent some of the procedures and so forth. I'll share you more as I go along. Huh? So I'm very much into a life coach for the learning and wellness. I'm certified doing a lot of corporate trainings. I'm very much also involved into this green energy, environmental restoration using nanotechnology and microbes or microorganism. So my love is to always educate and share with people how you can learn using the brain base. Okay, so these are the product ranges I developed. What inspired me when I go into this, because I first developed the first brain-based typing system or keyboarding system, touch typing. And I dare to claim until today, I won awards. I dare to claim until today, I'm still having the easiest typing method in the world, whereby you can learn typing in 30 minutes. Conventional method is about 40 hours. 3D art is actually one program that is compliant to Da Vinci, whereby you can draw three-dimensional, endorsed by USM. I have another one just recently was endorsed by Lazy Math, also endorsed by USM. Okay, I'll do my opening by saying this. Life is actually very simple, but never easy. Example, how many of us really exercise every day? We knew that exercise do good to our health, but unfortunately, a lot of people never do it because it's never easy due to our bad habits. Another example is actually, if I really can interact with you, I want everybody acknowledge this. Majority of us, okay, almost like 90% of us have shoulder pain. One of these pain, shoulder pain, kneecap pain, ankle pain, hip pain, back pain, and so forth. But we don't have to suffer this as long as we walk 10,000 steps a day. You just have to make an obligation to walk 10,000 steps, minimum 5,000 steps. I assure you that you will never have any of this joint pain and so whatsoever. It's actually a very simple task, but it's never easy to do. Okay, I'm going to challenge you by asking you to understand what do you mean by brain-based further. Majority of the people always tell me that, oh, they age, therefore they have lousy memories, they can't remember, memory deteriorated. I promise to them, we all have very powerful memory. We always remember. Our brain is so powerful that it remembers everything. So I'm going to ask you to remember all these 10 items. Okay. This 10 item is like, okay, tree, eye, triangle, car, glove, gun, rainbow, octopus, cat, and bowling ball. But if we ask you to actually like cover it up and ask you to repeat what I just said, it will become very challenging. But let me share with you how to remember this. Item number one is tree, because the tree looks like item like one. The tree trunk looks like number one. If you look at the eye, we have to all have two eyes. Triangle always got three angles, never fail. Car mostly have four tires. And the glove must be worn onto 5 fingers, the 5 fingers. Okay. And the gun is an old gun, only have 6 chambers or 6 bullets. And Western used to call it 6 shooters. So you can only shoot 6 bullets. Rainbow obviously got 7 colors. Octopus got 8 legs. Western people say cat got 9 life. And then bowling ball must knock down 10 pins. If I ask you to recall again, you always remember 3 is 1, because 1 is 3 because 3 trunk number 1. If I ask you number 7, you automatically will just register it's actually rainbow because it comes with 7 colors. 5 is what? It's glove because you have to worn onto 5 fingers. Okay, and so forth. Okay. So here I just want to emphasize actually learning is fun. Okay. Then therefore you have to understand we have to go with copycat, but I want to emphasize on the last line is actually association. Always associate what you do not know with what is familiar. Why my teaching is actually so fun? Because I always use a lot of analogy for you to connect what you do not know with what you're familiar. Okay. But of course, the foundation to accomplish that is that I also need you to, when you're free, please go to YouTube and you can snapshot this one and study about this, the decomposition of McDonald's, burger, and fry. Because you see, this is a key fundamental whereby when I teach people and I want to guide the public, please do the right thing at all time. I'm actually blessed. I'm actually doing the right thing when I train people to talk about be healthy, get the pregnant mommy to deliver the healthy baby and so forth. I'll show you some example afterwards. Okay, so please always remember you have to stop before you pursue anything. Make sure it is the right thing to be done. Okay, our story. What do you mean by our story? Actually, it's a story between my wife and myself. Okay, I can't review about myself because of time constraint. I'll just talk between my wife and me, okay, and I. Okay, my wife and I married when she was 38. Sorry, 37. I was 30. I was 35. We wanted to have a child, but obviously she also, because she think that she's aging, don't delay to actually have a baby. I'm no objection at all. But what I did, I brought her to a park in PJ, Taman Jaya Park, at night. Obviously, during the night, you see there always a lot of mosquito attack. And when we sit down on the bench, she was just complaining, why do you bring me to the park? And then so many mosquito biting at me, especially at the feet area. But I share with her, nothing actually bites on me, nothing at all. Okay, then why is it so weird? Why is it so weird? So it is simply because you are having so many toxins in your body. Please note, whenever you come across any children, any adult whereby they got a lot of mosquito bite at the feet area, that means abdomen and lower, it's simply a sign whereby they have too many toxin accumulated at the feet, whereby the toxin actually emitted a lot of carbon dioxide and attracted a lot of mosquito to attack them. So you please take note of that, because I give you a very simple example for you to understand that. So on top of that, I have this agreement with my wife. Okay, if I were to deliver our child, be it a male or female, I want to make it an agreement with my wife. When we visited the doctors, the child is only allowed to be scanned once, just to ensure that she's healthy. Subsequently, the doctor will use any means just to ensure that baby is delivered healthily. My wife, when she did the delivery, she never experienced any morning sickness. If you understand what morning sickness means, actually, that you are severely deficient in calcium. That you have to top up a lot of mineral and calcium for you to be able to actually eliminate all the calcium. Otherwise, you have to take a lot of soury foods and so forth inside the finger food just to be able to suppress it, because you actually will leach out a lot of calcium from your bone. She never experienced any like back pain, back sore, or having that constipation simply because I take care of the posture. I'll review all this answer to you in a while. Okay. So therefore, we actually why do I call it brain in mind? Because please understood, when we do anything right, we must always have this
Sorry, SK. I think you mute yourself. Yeah. Okay. Now, yes,
my apology. So
you
we'll
have to
use
play the slide.
yeah, sure. Okay. Just let me. So this is actually where she have a lot of presentation skill that she learned, and on top of also a dancer. She danced ballet, she danced contempt, she danced Latin. And this is actually the one that she won champion in Taipei International Ballet Competition, right? And the best part, she danced adults, what they call this, dancers, okay? Now, at the age of 12 years and 4 months, right? In order for me to assess her competency, I actually sent her for an American assessment, okay? Because they have this competency test to see whether she's eligible to what learning competency level. With blessing, okay, also amazed me and surprised me. If you look at her marking, she was able, the feedback from the consultant, she's really eligible to study in the University of America. Look at the brain processing, just on the processing speed, right? She was able to run at high 99%, right? That's why she's a fast learner. She's practically a super learner right now. So in the Latin dancing, she's been dancing for about 5 years. 5 years, correct. And then at 2019, okay, with amazement, right? She already able to beat all the adults in the open competition. You see solo open? She actually won a lot of gold medals. At 9 events, she will win about, 13 events, she won about 9 gold medals. Okay. And then this one, QQ also received a lot of scholarship from ballet between 2018 and 2019. 3 from America, 3 from Singapore, 3 from Hong Kong, 1 from Japan, 1 from France, and 1 from Indonesia, and 1 from London. Okay, I actually sent her to France and Indonesia because it's a different exposure and different experiences. You'll be surprised. I'm sure you'll be surprised how come I sent her to Indonesia. Actually, during that 2 years period, Indonesia under that category, her category, at the age of between 10 to 13, actually they are the world #1 ballet champions. Okay, and also because of accomplishment not only in academically and also in the extracurricular, she was actually granted a full scholarship for 2 years in the first entrepreneur school, international school in Malaysia. Okay, and last year November 7, she was also selected by UNICEF, okay, under the SDG, Sustainable Development Goal. This is actually one of the summit, actually one of the agenda 17 arena that whereby I encourage all the parents to familiar, because in the future it's not about education, it's about their learnability and their participation into taking care of the Mother Earth. Okay, if you ask me what is healthy. Okay, I give you just one example. A student of mine actually came to me. To be exact, actually said my student's best friend. That she also become my student. She wanted to get married in 4 months' time. Okay, that was actually in October 2016. She wanted to plan to be married. Okay, her husband actually was from Dubai, but but again, right? Look at her face. She was not confident. She actually wanted to get married with this type of appearance because she can't be a beautiful during the wedding dinner. So she seek for my help. She tried all means, but eventually she came and seek my help. I told her internally, it's not about outside, it's all about inside. You're totally deteriorated with all the toxin and so forth. So that if you really want to follow, then you have to follow my concept. And one of them will be the S.E.E.D.S, S-E-E.D.S. So after going through the first detox and second detox, okay, and this is how she looks like in April 2017. Please note, she started in January. At that time, she wanted me to promise her to get it done in 4 months' time. I say 4 months' time quite challenging unless you really persevere and follow my system very thoroughly. This is what she was when she get married in November 2017. Which after that, she wanted to get pregnant. Of course, she has some challenges. She seek for my help. This is a time when she was in Dubai before she came back to Malaysia to deliver. But look at her baby. It looks beautiful, right? And the best part, this baby was delivered naturally with no jaundice whatsoever. Okay, all doctors were surprised. This baby looks beautiful, right? With beautiful skin. You look at her eye; it's actually beautiful as well. Okay, just to share with you why people fall sick. Okay, this is all declared by World Health Organization, right? They declare actually 80% of the people on Earth are considered sub-health. A lot of people will be actually, in Mandarin, it's called 亚健康, 亚健康. Okay, then why majority of people are sub-health? Meaning to say we are neither sick or healthy. We're at the borderline. So therefore, it is important that we have to start do something right to our brain and the body. Okay, just to elaborate further, 60% all human illnesses don't call sick. Why call ill? I'm ill. I never say I'm sick because I lack love. So for your children to always fall sick, you also remember that they are lacking love as well. Okay, it's all because of stress. And 60% of the people on earth, right, all breathe wrongly. That's why this is the first criteria I taught QQ to know how to breathe in order to expand the lung capacity. That's why she have a capability to be able to dive in the water and swim 25 meters at the age of 11. Okay, 70% people on earth have drunk the wrong water. You see, all this statistics is not applicable in Malaysia. It applies to the world. We all been drinking the wrong water. If you were to tell me what's the most popular water, people always tell the cleanest water is a healthier water, healthiest water. Unfortunately, it was wrong. We need a lot of nutrients, minerals, right, inside the water as well, other than H2O, right? And 90% people on earth on having a postural issue. Now, I need you to relate. All these issues technically never existed in one of the longest longevity people in this country, which is Japan. They take care of all this following. Okay, so it's all about diet. Okay, we've been eating the wrong food. I give an example. A lot of people say, can we eat egg? Yes, I say yes. How many eggs can we eat? If you were to listen to the expert, they will tell you, please don't take more than 2 eggs a day. Do you know that you can actually take 15 eggs a day, provided your chicken is actually born naturally? A chick become a hen to deliver an egg. The maturity take about 120 to 150 days, 150. But you see, technology are so advanced, you can have an egg to lay a hen to lay egg and between the period of 28 days. Now, even they are more advanced, 18 days, they can start deliver the egg. Would you dare to eat them? Because they have been injected with a lot of hormone, antibiotics, growth hormone, and so forth. These are never healthy. That's why look at the bottom, at this side. These are all the diet cause a lot of obesity and so forth, right? Genetic, GMO, right? You look at, there are so many seeds nowadays are GMO. Please be alert. You have to understand what we are eating. And these are the ones actually affecting our genetic. People always tell me, oh, children are born with this because of genetic. It only contributed to 5 to 10%, not more than that. The rest is all because of diet. It's what we put inside our mouth. If McDonald's were to introduce to Africa, right, I'm sure all the animals in Africa will become obese. In fact, it was become very severe. Malaysian is now ranked #1 in Asia. Okay, obesity really an issue. In fact, there was one time. Can you hear? Okay, you see obesity become a major issue. I will just share to you about ladies, ladies particularly. I mean, not that I didn't want to pinpoint this because it's a fact with some facts. Asia typically, when we talk about inside our large intestine, our colon, we have about maximum 3 kg of feces inside the colon. But in America, the feces can go up to 110 pounds, which is equivalent to 55 kg. This is really a bad thing, right? It's all because of diet. Now, this is actually, unfortunately, I don't have the English version because it's a copy that's sent from a friend from Guangzhou. A 13-year-old boy having a 60-year-old brain. Why? Because they think that it's a prestige, it's a privilege to drink Coca-Cola as a replacement to water. So eventually they'll be very corrosive and they all having it's like their brain got strung and get corrosive. So here I just want to share this as an example. All human beings wanted to be healthy. Please make sure that your blood is always at pH 7.365. So 1 week is 7 days, 1 year is 365. This is a criteria. Unfortunately, majority of people are under the category of below 6, 7 and below, right? Brain is important. But here, because I'm focusing on the parents, especially the mommy, we have brains is important. But if you don't take care of your hormone growth, right, eventually you will start realizing that your brain was shrunk, or simply because we did not eat right. Okay, now I will introduce you to the S.E.E.D. What do you mean by S.E.E.D.S? Okay, actually S.E.E.D is actually abbreviation of sleep adequately, exercise regularly, eat moderately, drink a lot of good water. I emphasize on good water, not just water. Supplements and structural support, they actually come in pair, right? So sleep adequately, majority of people say, hey, I sleep. I sleep more than 10 hours. I sleep 15 hours. It's not about how many hours of sleep. It's not about the quantity. It's about the quality. So what time shall we sleep? All parents, especially pregnant mommy, must sleep before 10:30, right? If you do have babies before 12 years old, make sure they sleep before 9 p.m. I know it's a challenge. Even myself, I've challenged with QQ, right? Due to the work and so forth, right? It's a quality. So the time, how do you sleep? There are so many criteria. Okay, do you know that even that when you sleep well, you can also reduce your fat, actually lost weight, simply because there's a leptin hormone that's actually being released. Okay, so you must sleep in the full room that's dark. The only light that you can open up is only the red light. right? Red light, just like the dark room, they only allow to have red light to be open. Okay, so I just give you a very simple briefing and understanding what sleeping is all about. And it's important, if you're having babies or even yourself, do listen to some soft, serene music. Serene music, what does it mean by that? Actually, like music that come from the nature. It can be thunderstorm, it can be rainforest, it can be ocean wave and so forth, to be able to actually increase your ability to sleep, your quality of sleep. Of course, technology now very advanced. You can go and buy Fitbit. You can actually go and buy the Xiaomi. You can buy the Huawei to be able to track your sleeping quality. They can actually tell you how deep is your sleep. Do you have the REM and so forth, right? It's all trackable. Okay, I encourage you to have one actually. Exercise. Please, especially mummies, if you're about to pregnant, you have to always encourage yourself to walk. Clap your hand. Even, okay, there's a simple exercises that can train you to be able to do it. I give one example. This thing, because you haven't come to a posture, but here I want to alert you. Please remind yourself, you must always do your best effort. Okay, do your very best effort to deliver your child naturally. No operation, no cesarean. Very unfortunate. In 2006, okay, I've done a very intense survey because I used to have a childcare center. And I noticed that all the children that come to our centers, they have some sort of learning disabled. Okay, why disabled? Because then you start realizing most of them are born cesarean. They choose cesarean because mostly you approach them, right? You say it's because it's demanded by the doctor. But again, right, if you really want to know, I can teach you a very simple exercise. And most of my clients, I see pregnant mommy, they can deliver the babies. The fastest is 30 minutes. Within 30 minutes, they deliver the baby. In 30 minutes, okay? With very simple procedure. Let me give an example. Go back to your grandmother's time. Or it could be your mother, it can be your grandmother. How come they can deliver more than 2, 3, even 10 without telling you that, oh, delivery baby is very painful? Because at that time, there's no modern technology. The only thing for them to wash your clothes, they have to squat down. For them to actually go and wash dishes, they have to squat down. For them to mop the floor, they have to squat down. They don't depend on technology. That's why their thighs are being exercised most of the time, so their pelvic can open up and deliver baby very easily. I've done this many, many times to train the pregnant mommy to deliver baby in less than 30 minutes. Okay, so exercise is important. I encourage my wife to walk. I always encourage her to go and walk. But of course, she doesn't want to walk intensely. There's a solution to it. Is to actually invest an insole to make sure that she doesn't have the exhaustion or fatigue and whatsoever. Okay, what's the best way to exercise? Actually, is clapping hands. This is one of the best. Other than walking, is clapping hands. Clap your hand. So, of course, time constraint, right? Yes, clap your hand, right? Clap as hard as you can. Example, I give an example. If you were to clap at your palm near to the wrist, right, as hard as you can, the harder you clap and you feel there's a tingling sensation, a sharp pain, right? It's not because of flash pain. There's a tendency you're actually suffering from the lower part body, especially for men will be prostate and for the lady who is ovary. So you have to keep on clapping for you to be able to actually stimulating the blood flow. Now, sideways. If you clap at the sideways, near to your pinky finger, sideways, and you feel the pain, it's a sign that you actually have the shoulder pain as well as the back pain. Now, this one now we talk about the thumb. You clap on the sideways, and obviously you are suffering from pain because majority of the human being on earth, right? Like I say, we all suffering from certain degree of the what they call the spinal pain. So you need to continue clapping, right? So if you're interested, I can actually send you all this PowerPoint for your references. But of course, good that you can actually learn more about using a very simple procedure to actually able to stimulate your blood circulation. Correct. That's the way. Now, walking is actually the healthiest, other than swimming. Okay, why I used to encourage people to swim. Unfortunately, in our swimming pool, okay, in the swimming pool, they are filled with a lot of chlorine. Chlorine, if you look at majority of the national swimmers, the national athletes, they all have to declare, hey, I have to go and retire by the age of 33, before 33 or before 34, simply because they have actually been intoxicated by chlorine. Chlorine not only actually make them suffer internally, they also make their skin to be pure white and also their hair become bald. So to me, the best exercise in the world right now is to walk. Please do your best effort to walk for 5,000 steps a day. 5,000 steps is equivalent to about 45 minutes. So if you really top up to 10,000, it's equivalent to about 1 hour and 30 minutes. Make an best effort. Okay, Eat is a very long topic, but I want to make it simple for you to understand. For majority of the mommy, you want to deliver healthy baby, make yourself healthy, please eat according to timing. Have your breakfast, big breakfast between 7 to 9. That's a period whereby your stomach need to absorb as many nutrients as many, to break down your food, become energy during that period of time. If you say, oh, too late, I don't have the appetite to eat, can I eat between 9 to 11? The answer is yes. But at 9 to 11, you cannot take anything that's spicy. No spicy food. Your lunch must be before 1. Okay, why? Because there's a time whereby your body, especially small intestinal, start to absorb a lot of nutrients and also disperse all the energy, all the food, the nutrients to all your organ, your entire organ, and also to yourself. You don't trust me? You can just approach me for me to do a scanning. I can identify on the spot whether how healthy your small intestine is. Okay, I actually do all this research to ensure that everybody has an opportunity, equal opportunity to become healthy, right? And then next one, eat. The dinner. Okay, I take note, the dinner. Make sure that you take your dinner before 7. Anything after 8 is called supper, right? When I do a lot of teaching in with Intel and Western Digital in Penang, okay, I always tell them, okay, you have to stop eating it. Majority will shock and stare at me. I say, understand, the best food to be served is always at after 8 o'clock, because midnight food are always the what they call the healthiest. Okay, the nicest, not the healthiest. Okay, but let me share with an example. Why have you got to stop eating at 8? I'm sure you experience many times. Eat teh tarik, eat supper during the night. Okay, during the night. But most of the time, the moment you wake up, you experience two things. Early morning, you feel very hungry. Okay. The second, actually, you feel very tired, very fatigued. You must understand, the brain never allows food to be kept inside the stomach. Instead of during night to do repairing to all your cell and organs, now they place a priority to focus into go and digest your food inside your stomach. That's why when they inject the hyaluronic acid or the stomach acid, there's a secret high dosage. That's why you actually feel that you're very hungry during the day. But again, because energy are putting priority to digest your food, not repairing all your organs, your cell, and so forth, that's why you feel very fatigued. I need you to understand. That's why you want to be healthy. There are certain procedures to be followed. Okay. Okay, eat right. How to eat right? The worst combination of food in the world, ranking number 1, is called fish and chip. The second one is called hamburger, right? If you want to eat, you must also follow, understand the orders. Do take a lot of phytochemical. What does phytochemical mean? It actually take a lot of vegetable and fruits, right? Of course, it's all about balance of diet. We always have to go with 80-20 rules, okay? Asian people, please note, we are encouraged, okay, the reason research I do a lot about human being, why they all become obese, one major reason, be it whether you're vegetarian or non-vegetarian, the major issue because of the oil, the cooking oil that we use. We have been using, please stop using any oil that actually placed inside a plastic bottling. No plastic bottle to store your oil. Oil, if you understand the characteristic, oil can only last for 2 months upon it being opened. Go back to your mother's time and your father's. You ask them, how do we get the oil last time? You actually get it from the tuck shop. They actually go and squeeze the groundnuts to produce the oil. And that oil can only last for 2 months because they are easily oxidized, cannot be exposed to the sun. That's why you look at oil can only be stored in a glass bottle, not plastic. Anything under plastic, they've been injected with hydrogen to last for 2 years, and they are able to keep their what they call their potence, but they are not healthy for human being at all. So you ask me, if you want to address all this issue, it can be addressed by having a good oil. I'm a vegetarian. Same goes to QQ. But I've been visiting a lot of vegetarian shops whereby they serve what they call exorbitant dishes and so forth. But unfortunately, they are not cooking with the correct oil. They're cooking with the oil that comes from plastic bottle. It will still actually deteriorate your health. You look at people obese, right? Simply because they eat everything on fried stuff and because they're all being cooked with the plastic oil. Okay. Water. Is water important? Actually, please bear in mind, air. How many minutes can we live without oxygen? 3 minutes. Otherwise, you start to have brain dead. Unless you are a practitioner, you know how to breathe well, able to extend and keep all your cells to breathe well. The second one is water, right? I would do this in a bit of translation in Chinese. Chinese focus on 饮食, means actually please focus on the drink before your food. Unfortunately, a lot of human beings that I know, right, they don't like to drink water. Okay, how much water to be drunk? Based on your body weight. If you happen to be 60 kg, 3%. Meaning to say you have to drink 3% of the 60 kg of your weight, which is equivalent to 1.8 liter of the water. But just to share with you, without fail, every day, I drink about 4 liters to 6 liters of water a day. And recently, I do a different experiment. Okay, I do, because MCO, I'm very free. Very free technically per se, like I can do a lot of experiment. So what I did, actually, I do a water fasting for 3 days. Amazingly, every day I lost about 3 kg. Every day I lost about 1 kg just by drinking the right water to melt my fat. Because good water are able to actually drawn away your bad fat and actually carry out from the elimination system through your urination, through sweating, and even through the pass motion. Okay, good water is very important. We need to drink a lot of water. Okay, if you don't understand, we are just like Mother Earth. Our body constitution is 60% water, 60 to 65%. Women always have a tendency to have more water than men. Our brain is 80% water. Even every single drop of blood, 90% is water. 1% is actually calcium and others. So it's essential that we have to drink a lot of water. Of course, people say, can I not just drink water? Yes, you can drink the green tea, drink any herbal teas, but not teh tarik, not coffee, not soft drink, and so forth, right? Why? Because we need to keep our brain to be hydrated. Brain to be hydrated, because if you understand brain, they're actually using neuron transmitters to actually communicate to each other. Do you think water is a better conductor or air is a better conductor? Obviously, it's water. But bear in mind, you have to get the right good water. Huh? What do you mean by that? Now, please snapshot this one. Alkali water is meant to neutralize acidities. Actually, most of the food we eat nowadays, right, they are considered acidic. And they are not able to help your body to be able to go and function at the weak alkaline at 7.365. And the water cluster is very small, meaning to say, you want to test, okay, you want to test the water, how fast can the tea leaf can be diluted in the water? You can test with like the most difficult diluted tea leaf is actually called jasmine tea leaf. You can test all this out, okay? And then more importantly, actually, you must actually go with the, what they call oxidation reduced potential, right? What does it mean by that? Make it general. What water machine is good? I don't know, because I don't know how is it being made of. But you can always do this test. We learn from science, okay? Take a glass or probably a cup of the cooking oil, pour inside this water, then use a stick and stir it. We learn from science, water is light, water is heavy, oil is light. After a while, right, you will see that the oil will float on top of the water. But if you actually find the good water and you stir continuously, right, no matter how long it takes, right, even like 30 minutes later, 30 hours later, 30 days later, you always see that this oil and the water is really bonded together. Now, there's a reason why why people say, please drink a lot of water come from the mountain, spring water. Actually, they have gone through a lot of friction and turn the water become with high ORP. That means the more you drink, it's regard about the contamination. If you were to drink this water, right, there's a tendency you become slimmer and slimmer. It actually make you healthy because they have very high content of what they call oxidation. We call OH negative to neutralize your free radical. That water also must be high in mineral and energy. It can actually produce antioxidant and also anti-aging, right? This is actually the criteria of good water. Now, just now I already explained about this pH. Now, just an indication, please snapshot this one. This one comes from Japan, right? For a human being to be healthy, as I indicated, is 7.365. 1 week, 7 days, 1 year, 365 days. But if you were to have like 7.35 pH below, right, you're still okay. You will start to fall sick when your blood actually get lower to 7.5. 6.85, you're actually into the coma stage. Our blood must always be having this ratio, 80% negative and 20% positive. Negative is a good blood, positive is a bad blood, right? So you need to be able to neutralize all the toxin inside the body. Look at people who are suffering from cancer. It's simply because their blood is actually not at the healthy level, the weak alkaline. Okay, you need to top up yourself with a lot of water and oxygen. Now, okay, I will just cut down on this one. Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola, a lot of say, oh, it tastes good because it's actually very yummy to drink Coca-Cola. You look at the pH, the reading is actually at 2.15. If I want to compare vinegar, vinegar doesn't taste good because it's very soury. Do you know that actually vinegar, in terms of taste, right, it's only 2.4. Actually, vinegar, natural vinegar, is actually alkaline in nature. Okay. Due to time constraint, I can't elaborate further. I just want to let you know, drinking vinegar is much healthier than even drinking Coca-Cola. Now, supplement. Why is it important that everybody must take supplement? Okay, I want you to take note. It is important, especially when you are a pregnant mommy, okay, or you're going to be a mommy, you are severely malnutrition. You need to take a lot of supplement. If you ask me, QQ doesn't fall sick, simply I let her take the best supplement available naturally. Okay, I will give you the secret afterwards. Now, why take supplement? Imagine scientists discovered 25 years ago, if I were to take one piece, this big piece of strawberry, today, you have to take 1 kg of that amount of strawberry to have equivalent amount of the nutrition value of that one piece of strawberry. 1 kg equivalent to one piece of strawberry. Why? Because last time when a farmer, they do planting, after harvested, they have to put the soil into a rest for duration for 6 months. Today, because of economy of scale, if they can't afford to actually let the soil to be idle, the land to be idle, so they have to continue planting. When they couldn't find the harvesting, the fruiting, right, to be big, they have to put in a lot of chemical fertilizer just for them to grow. That's why I always say that they all think kosong. Now, same goes to sweet corn. 25 years ago, if you take one piece, today you have to take 18 pieces just to have equal amount of that one piece of nutrition value of that one piece of sweet corn. So therefore, it is important you have to take a lot of supplement. What's the best supplement and the natural supplement to be taken? Spirulina. My daughter have been taking a lot of spirulina. Of course, other than vitamin C, talk about resveratrol and so forth, all the good nutrients appreciated by the body. The fundamental, she took a lot of spirulina. The alternative is chlorella. Chlorella is actually come from the lake water, non-salted, and then of course spirulina come from salt water. Okay, these are all good nutrients that are appreciated by us as a human being, except that you need to top up more vitamin C. These are the basic food that actually are consumed by QQ. Structure support. I train QQ to have a very strong posture. That's why when I stimulate her, I actually do a lot of exercises and stimulation to her. She was able to walk at the age of 8 months. 8 months she start walking. 12 months she start to talk, right? Simply because she went through a lot of stimulation. Because it's like she has a very strong kinesthetic skill, right? And posture is important. You see a lot of people have this body misalignment. Now, especially pregnant mommy, please note, pregnant mommy, you will start to take care of your spine the moment you've been announced that, hey, you're having a baby in your womb. Why? If you don't take care of it, your womb become heavy. It actually will suppress on the nerve system of your large intestine and your kidney. That's why there's a tendency whereby you don't feel like you want to go for pass motion. You always feel like I have to go to toilet very often because all your nerve system is suppressed. The brain cannot communicate with them. So automatically, to safeguard your body, they have to do whatever action necessary to force you to go for urination. Constipation cannot talk. The doctor will say, please go and take a lot of fiber or high fiber. Actually, you don't have to. Just have to take care of your spine. All issues all start from your lower arch. Now, earlier I mentioned that all parents, sorry, unfortunately, please forgive me. If you give birth naturally, that's okay. Okay, but if you give birth cesareanly, these are the tendency you're always suffering from multiple sclerosis. Sclerosis and multiple sclerosis mean that your body is tilted here and there. And the worst case actually that most of the children will be suffering from flat-footed. Okay, flat-footed. It's a very long topic. I just want to make it short. It becomes flat-footed. You ever seen any children with a flat-footed? Okay, you always have to check. There are two reasons why they're flat-footed. Reason number one is because inherited. That one is genetic. The second reason is because they're born cesarean. You can always see that they walk like the frog. We call it frog-legged. Now, even you look at this, this is actually the sign whereby we live on Earth is gravity pull. You don't detox your body, your blood will be accumulated at your feet and start deteriorating all your bone, your nerve, your ligament, and so forth. That's why you start to have like old-legged. They call it old-legged, or actually they call it X-legged. Okay, and also be flat-footed. This is called osteoarthritis. Okay, that's why take care of your posture is very important. And in fact, because of this knowledge, okay, and actually invented a insole in 2006, okay, but let my brother handle. Okay, I always focusing on research. And just to share with you earlier, right, why I show you particularly on the typing dancing by QQ, because the judges not only commented her dancing was phenomenal, and the most important, they also commented, hey, how come your arch is so beautiful? How do you develop the arch? Because all ballerina don't have beautiful arch, okay, and exception with QQ. They have beautiful arch. Then my daughter will just commented, oh, it's a doing by my father. He said, can I see your father? Yeah, you had to go to Malaysia and meet up with me. Okay, just want to share with you, it is important to take care of your arch. Now, you don't understand what I'm saying, right? Refer back to people who stay near to the beaches, whereby they hardly wear shoes. They're very beautiful and muscular body. Okay, very muscular and very, very straight posture. The other group of people whereby they stay in kampong, whereby they hardly wear shoes. They always have in touch with the ground. Okay, so they are able to actually stimulate their nerve system to actually have a very good posture. Okay, so this is all I'd like to share to now. I hope to have more opportunity to be able to share with you more. Otherwise, I'd like to pass the mic back to Win. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much to SK. Very wonderful sharing. Every time when I repeat hearing the things that you share, right, it's actually a refreshment to me,
Yeah,
because
good to hear.
we forgot, especially like you say, well, natural birth and C-sec. I went through 2 times C-sec, 2 times. Yeah, so now I basically know if let's say there's a possibility for me to have my third one, right? Then I would definitely go for natural birth.
Not just the one. Actually, encourage every mothers to do it naturally. Like I said, there are ways, and I ensure that you don't suffer from the pain. You can just have the baby within 30. The most actually I experience is about 2 hours. No issue at all. You just have to make sure you have very strong tie to open up your pelvic. That's it, right?
Yeah.
I share with you. I used to have a childcare center. My principal, she delivered her first baby through cesarean. But ahead of time, I already told her, please stop doing. I mean, ahead of time, do naturally, because she has this fear of the doctor demanded that she had to go for cesarean. I said, you're the client. She's the doctor. So it's the second time she went natural, but with epidural. So I get upset. So what I did on the third time, when she wanted to have the baby, right, I trained her to do some simple exercises. It's actually just a squatting. It's a squatting exercise. It's very safe. Just do it in front of the TV. See, all exercises I taught is a very lazy way. You are just able to do it. It's like without effort. While you're enjoying watching the TV, but you're exercising your time. That's why the third child that she delivered, able to get it delivered in 30 minutes. And just last year, I actually did a follow up among the 3 children. So she also commented the smartest child was actually the third one, then the second, and subsequently the first one. I'm so sorry to share all these facts. And again, of course, please, all the parents, all the daddy and mummies, right? You don't have to trust every word that I say. These are all personally, actually my research, my personal experiences. I will urge you, please do your own research. Of course, you need to seek for verification. You're always most welcome to in touch with me through WINS. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for that.
Yeah.
We have some questions in Facebook, and also we have a few questions from IG. So just now you did mention about water, right? Then we have
correct.
one mummy. We have one followers in IG. She did ask, so how much water should we drink a day? How do we know how much? Like I'm like 62 kg. So how much of water I should drink a day?
Okay, like I said, you're 62 kg. You multiply by 3%. That means you multiply by 0.03. So technically, you're actually like 1.6. You're actually 1.83. Sorry, is it 162, right? 1.86, sorry. That means you have to drink about 1.9 liter as a minimum requirement. But the more, the merrier. Of course, a lot of people will share with me, hey, drink more water. Then I have actually this, what they call puffy eye. I have actually water retention. Please note, it is nothing to do with the water. It is actually because you have been severely deficient with some of the minerals and water that make your bladder and your kidney to be healthy. One example, please ensure that you drink a lot of water between 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. You heard about English people say, let's have English tea. You look at Hong Kong, they say some dim sum yum cha. They mean quarter past 3, please go and drink tea. But actually, I'm not encouraging them to drink tea. Please drink a lot of water, because that's actually where the time whereby your bladder is detoxing. Your bladder is detoxing. The more, you see, example, I'm sure a lot of parents, not only any human being will tell me, I always have to wake up at night to go for urination. Throughout my experiences, I never have to wake up anytime. Just, okay, bear in mind, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, I still drink about 1 liter of water. But I don't have to wake up at night to say I want to visit the loo. I don't. Technically, I always wake up about 5:30 morning. Naturally, I just wake up at that time. That's the time I go. But it's not like I have to have the urge to go for urination. So please note, drinking good water is the #1 criteria. And what time to drink and how much to be drunk also is important. Please drink a lot of water between 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Okay. Remember, your body weight multiplied by 3% or 0.03.
Okay, that's the minimum lah. So we can actually do more, actually, right?
Yes.
Okay, and then what do you mean by good water? Like the water, the normal one, like we have a filter at home. You just filter, then we boil the water and we drink. So the good water means?
Okay, good water means, right, you never boil your water.
Oh.
When you boil your water, it becomes dead water. One example, do an experiment. Go and find a goldfish and throw inside your boil water. I mean, after boil, cool down, you throw the fish inside. Do you think the fish will live? I doubt so. It will never live because they're already dead water. So this become more stress to your body. When you find a good water, able to eliminate all your pollutants, your impurities and so forth, they actually give you the quality of water I mentioned earlier, high ORP, they give you alkalinity, they give you high cluster. The moment you drink it, it will be very much appreciated by the body. Now, I'll give one example. One of my clients, right? They stay in Sabah. They start complaining to me. I say, hey, my child 1 year old still got no teeth. I say, what water do you drink? Then she drank the wrong. I already knew the answer lah. I say, you switch to this water and see what happened. Then eventually the baby grew the tooth within 3 months time. Because you must understand, we need a lot of mineral from the water. Unfortunately, most of people, they prefer to go with the cleanest water. Cleanest water is not the healthiest water. In fact, okay, one example. What do you mean by good water, no good water, right? As long as they are living organism can live inside the water, technically they also consider good water. But of course, if you're able to do a lot better, do betterment as to filter all the impurities, remove all your pollutants, actually remove all your chlorine, all the pathogen, parasite, or viruses, you can actually do so. Okay.
Then it's so this is something so new because you see, you just talk about confinement. Confinement usually for mummies, we have to drink water that is boiled.
Yeah.
We cannot drink water that is just filter. From our tradition, from the
right. Understand, because it's cool, right?
Yeah.
That is simply because when you drink water that's cool, because your body is cool, right? So actually, we encourage you, please take a lot of ginger. Ginger as a replacement, because you see, even vegetable, we encourage you to eat a lot of vegetable, but most of people, they will eat it cold without realizing you need to strike a balance. So it's always good that any vegetable that you cook, be it their meat or vegetable, please put in a lot of ginger, because in terms of hierarchy for alkalinity, right, ginger is ranked number 1. Number 2 is actually cucumber. Third is actually turnip, sakok. Okay. You have to understand the hierarchy. Okay, I give you an example. Why a lot of people, when they eat, right? Okay, example, how many of us actually like to eat dessert, especially the tong sui? Let's say talk about red bean dessert. But you see, you must understand, during our ancestors' time, they actually cook the red bean. Number 1, they actually soak it overnight, so that the bean from acidic become alkali, because they're about to be sprout. When they're about to be sprout, they change their property, become alkali. Secondly, to even neutralize it further, to taste good, they put in a lot of mandarin orange skin, the tangerine, the skin, because they're alkaline in nature to neutralize the acidity. So it's always about balance, right? So we actually omitted all this knowledge or wisdom that we embarked from our ancestors. We just follow the modern way. Example, bathing. Okay, please, mommy, don't bathe at night, right? You can only go for quick shower, right? Majority always they say, oh, I got arthritis. I actually got this water actually inside, a lot of water. We call it the air and water inside the epidermis. Simply because you bathe too late. You must understand, you have to remember, you have to stop bathing when the sun sets. But I really have no choice. Even my case, I came back late. I just won't go for quick shower, but early morning, I shower again. Right? There's so much to be learned.
Yeah. Before the sunset means before 7, right?
Yes, bathe before 7. But if you really after 7, when the sun really set, right? Because energy is low. You see, you must understand, when you wake up, you are filled with energy, but your energy deteriorated. So your blood flow is actually decreases. When you actually go and bathe, you open up the pulse and inviting a lot of air and water into your epidermis and the skin. So that's where your blood becomes slower and actually cause a lot of what they call this rheumatoid, right? Rheumatoids, and also what they call arthritis.
Okay.
Unless you drink a lot of ginger. Yeah.
Because for IG, right? We are not going to end here in stream yet, but in IG we have to end, because IG can only end 1 hour limit.
Okay.
So I'm going to talk to the IG there. I will ask the mommy, whoever that wanted to know more, to come over to the Facebook.
Sure.
I'm going to end IG first. Okay. Otherwise, it will suddenly cut off. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, mommy. It's very good topic that we are going to discuss further again, because we are going to learn a lot from SK. I'm going to ask him a lot of questions. because IG only 1 hour limit. So now, if let's say you want to continue to this live, right? Go to E8 Facebook. Okay, so I'm going to end the live here so that you won't cut off and then you're like, what happened there? Okay, so see you in Facebook. Bye. Okay, coming back.
Yeah.
Okay, because
Yeah.
I think for this Facebook, right, we still have a few questions. So because it's 56, we don't want you to just cut off like that without
Yeah, no problem. No
answering
problem.
a few
Yeah.
questions. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's
Yeah.
very good about water. That's very
Yeah.
good. Let me have a look. I think there's one more questions about water. Uh, okay, there's this one. Will too much of alkaline water burden our body?
No, it doesn't. It does not. Like I said, I already explained. It's actually, you see, even drinking water, especially when you drink good water, it will never. But if you drink other kind of water, because it's not nice for me to review some of the water whereby it's actually not healthy. Okay, one of the water you must abstain from drinking, don't drink, is actually distilled water.
Distill means
Because you see, like distill, actually what they burn, they actually collected the steam under the vapor, right? They actually let it cool down and they drink that kind of water. Actually, those are more for lab tests, right? Okay. And then, okay, do you know what water do astronaut drink? Any
don't know.
idea? Okay. Yeah, you just say it. I didn't say it. Reverse osmosis water. Never ever drink reverse osmosis water unless there's a purpose. Okay, there's a purpose. Okay, RO water are meant for recycling. RO water are meant for industrial production, but was never meant to be consumed by human being. If you ever throw a fish inside, for sure it will die on the spot because there's no nutrient, no mineral, nothing at all to be appreciated by the living things, right? And in fact, the more you drink this one, the more you leak out your calcium from your bone. If you don't understand what I'm saying, right? Go and do a test. Go and buy a pH tester. Go and buy a litmus paper. Okay, before that you urinate. Every morning you urinate and test it out. Then you start realizing, hey, it's supposed to be acidic. Acidic means actually it's supposed to be like yellow color, green yellow, or probably the worst case actually red color. But after 3 days, after drinking 3 days, RO water for 3 days, and you go and test again, you automatically turn into like blue color, or even the severe one become purple color. Why? Because you're leaking out your calcium from your bone. That's where you're suffering from osteoporosis. Osteoporosis is all because you leak out your bone.
Yeah, that's I want to share one experience with my mummies here, right? For my first pregnancy, I drink RO water for the whole entire 9 months. I didn't know that. I really didn't know that RO water is that bad. So once I gave birth, right? Once I gave birth to my first baby, I started to have knee pain.
Yes.
Is that the reasons of RO water?
Correct. RO water. I definitely abstain. Every human being never ever drink RO water unless you do for one purpose. You go for water. You go for what I call water detox. Meaning to say, the most challenging, the most difficult water detox is actually to drink only 500 ml of RO water, because you want all the cell to actually do what they call cell destruction, kill themselves. So you only limit yourself to be 500 ml of water. That's a different story lah. RO water lah. Drink only 500 ml. Only one mineral bottle.
Okay. So, mommy, don't take RO water, okay?
For your children's sake, never ever, please. If you really want to deliver a healthy baby, you have to abstain yourself from drinking RO water and distilled water.
Yeah, I'm the good example. I have knee pain. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we have one more questions from IG, and this mommy said that she's 30 weeks pregnant and started to have sleeping problems. And what can I do? I mean, she can do to improve it.
Okay, there's many reasons why you couldn't sleep. One of them is actually, may I know what time do you wake up and what time do you sleep? I need a lot of input, okay? But the fundamental, please note, do make your best effort to sleep before 10:30. Okay, and you can wake up as early as 5. Now, let me share you, even during when I have QQ, right? During baby time, I can even use my finger to count the number of times she had to wake up. Okay, because we actually condition her to be able to sleep Tell her that, okay, you can only wake up at 5:30 morning to have for milk for your food, right? Come to the lady with 30 weeks, right? I will urge you, please, if you really have challenges, you have to stop. Okay, stop thinking at 9 p.m. Every human being, right? You're supposed to stop thinking at 9 p.m. You're not supposed to indulge yourself with all the excited activities or probably movies, to make it exciting. That's why you can afford to sleep. Majority of people have this insomnia simply because they are overly active during night. Second, please don't use your handphone, don't read your iPad, don't use your phone, because they're actually releasing the gamma ray. Gamma ray make you overly stimulated that you cannot fall asleep. What you need is actually you need a lot of melatonin, endorphin, and so forth. So sleeping is very important. Okay, and of course, please, if you can, drink tea. Drink some herbal tea like what they call this chamomile. Chamomile is actually very good for soothing yourself. Please listen to all the soft music, and in fact, it would be good. It's a good idea for you to actually go and do meditation. Meditation, there are many types. There are passive meditation and active meditation. Passive meditation means that you're just focusing on your breathing. You do nothing else. Whereas I'm encouraging all the pregnant mommy to actually do what they call active meditation, mean do a lot of visualization. Example, even though QQ is not inside my womb, but I've been doing a lot of visualization that I'm playing with her. Please don't be surprised. Actually, QQ can feel our presence because we're actually connected.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it is very interesting. In fact, when opportunity arises, right, I can actually guide you through to understand how do you actually communicate with your babies despite they are inside the mother's womb.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, right.
That's very good. That's very good one. But
Yeah.
I think most of us right nowadays, right, we are hardly sleep before 10:30.
Yes.
And
Sleep before 11. Yeah,
most of our time we are
yeah.
free is like 10
Okay.
after 10:30.
Let me explain to you about sleep since we still got time, right? Now,
Yeah,
why you
yeah.
have to sleep before 11 o'clock? Because 11 to 3 is actually a time whereby your liver and gallbladder do detoxification. They clear away all the toxin from your body, right? They clear away. And then in fact, that's the time whereby liver need to secrete high dosage 1.5 liter of the bowel juice to go to gallbladder to neutralize all your bad oil, to actually absorbing all the vitamin A, D, E, K because of they're oil soluble. Then also the excess of the bowel will go to your lung intestinal to actually go and kill all the bacteria, viruses, pathogen, and so forth, right?
Mm.
And on top of that, from 12 a.m., please listen carefully, from 12 a.m. to 4 a.m., this is a critical moment. It's a golden period whereby your bone marrow produces a new blood because our blood lifespan is only about 121 days, 4 months. It's only lasts for 4 months. Then it needs to be replaced with a new blood. But you see, a lot of people don't sleep early. This is a time whereby, hey, I'm supposed to produce new blood for your body, and you don't give me the opportunity. You have to go and reuse all your old blood. That's why a lot of people become fatigued, become sick, become health issue simply because they don't have new blood. They only
Yeah,
use the old blood. How long? Old blood is like old men. They are not able to operate at the optimal level. Okay.
yeah,
And next one, very important. Majority people who go for late sleep, especially after 3. Do you know that after 3 is the most critical moment whereby your hormone is actually like melatonin, they have to release to go and neutralize all the toxin in the body, but we don't give them an opportunity. That's why you go back to your your ancient time whereby like your grandparents will say, please go and sleep early, especially when you go and like you do not sleep overnight after 3, right? You can't replenishing your sleep, your quality of sleep even after resting for 3 days. It doesn't help because you miss the opportunity for your hormone to release during that 3 a.m. period. So it is so critical to sleep. If you want a quality of sleep, never actually wake up, never get distracted because of you have to go and pay a visit to the loo, right? You need to understand how the biologically body works. Okay,
uh,
take CQ10, right? There are people who couldn't sleep because they don't have enough CQ10 because the pituitary gland cannot releasing a lot of hormone from the brain, right? Take CQ10. Okay, take chamomile tea, right? And you also can actually like I say, stop thinking after 9 p.m. right?
mm.
9 p.m.
What to do? You mean meditate with the breathing and to
No,
prepare
okay,
to sleep?
technically people don't care about meditation, right? You just have to stop thinking at 9 p.m. by going for let's say soft conversation with your next of kin, or probably your children, or even with your hubby and so forth, or boyfriends, and then do some simple reading. Don't stimulate your brain with excitement, because if you must understand, If you understand, go deeper as well. Your brain is reading something, but your subconscious is actually receiving the instruction. If you keep on saying that, oh, I get excited because I actually got frightened by some of the horror movie, or probably some of the scenery of the that actually trigger my thinking, your subconscious will keep on thinking. That's why you see a lot of people couldn't sleep simply because they make their brain overly active. So one simple example, stop thinking after 9 p.m.
Yeah, so mommy, stop watching Korean drama, okay?
Yes,
Not stop
correct.
lah. You just choose the right time to watch,
Correct,
okay?
correct,
Watch after
correct.
night, okay? You gotta
Yeah.
have a good and smart, healthy baby.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, we have a lot of questions here. Okay, we have one mommy. Since just now we are asking about water lah, we continue
Yeah,
with this water before we go to others.
can,
So
can,
there's
can.
one more that is Jamie from Jamie. She's asking, is alkaline water suitable for children? We know
My
it's for
QQ,
adults.
my QQ drink alkali water from the moment she came to this world until today, for 15 years without fail, and we don't never cook the water except for we need hot water. We cook for hot water. Yeah. So
Suitable.
alkaline water is definitely suitable for the children. And in fact, the other thing I also want to take a look, come to the supplement. Please seriously consider, let your children or even let your good self, right, take a lot of probiotics or prebiotics, because there's a severe deficiency of the friendly bacteria in the body to function normally. If you want to go deeper, right, go and study this, go and research this called microbiome, 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 because we don't just need the what they call this friendly bacteria. We need many kind of bacteria, viruses, flora, pathogen to coexist together. It's called microbiome. Right?
Okay.
This is one area whereby, in fact, I'm not just focusing on the parents. I'm focusing on every human being who have been suffering. Like you talk about calcium loss. Like just lately, I'm actually able to assist my mother-in-law, right? Because she actually fell down last year, November. Then came to find out that she actually got high blood sugar at 15. And doctor insisted that I had to go for insulin. I said, no need. So what my wife did, actually just bring tons of actually probiotics over and for her to consume. Of course, with other good product like Revestro and so forth. And amazingly, on the February 4th, right, everything got back to normal. Until today, she maintained herself from 15 up to 6.5. Until today, everything is doable. Last year, I have a case whereby I using probiotics as well. Of course, blended with other supplements. She actually is a stage 4 lung cancer. Stage 4 lung cancer, age 69-year-old. Within about 8 months' time, she was able to actually restore her health back to normal. Even doctor commented they couldn't identify any cancer index.
Wow, that's
So
amazing.
just go with food. No invasive product, no chemical, what they call chemical stuff and so forth. And bear in mind, I'm so sorry, I have to share this with you. If given a choice, abstain yourself buying any supplement food. Abstain buying from pharmacies. I know it's offensive, but I have to let you know, because majority of the pharmacist product, as long as they are not being properly researched, right, they are mostly synthetic. How do you verify that? Very simple. Take a teaspoon, small teaspoon, take a candle. We all know that when we cook food, right, and they cook to a stage whereby you smell the aroma, good aroma. But when you cook any of the medications, what they call this capsule, whether it's actually the gel form and so forth, and you feel the pungent smell, obviously you know that actually it's a synthetic, they are chemical, they're not natural food. So I'm using a very simple idea for you to understand. I don't particularly care about brand. I only care about the food that put into the mouth. Is it natural, organic, or they are healthy? That's all.
Yeah, got it.
Right.
Okay, this good one. Okay, we have one mommy here. She is asking, from Irene. Irene is asking, eat ginger during confinement will cause baby jaundice, right? If mommy breastfeed. This is a lot of mommy questions.
Okay, please note, jaundice doesn't come from the ginger. Jaundice comes from because when you deliver, before you have conceived the baby, your liver is actually overstressed. So, and it was not able to actually go and filter the blood correctly. Recently, I'm having a so-called new project. I have these couples, they wanted to deliver the healthiest baby. They want to have the replica of QQs per se. And of course, to be frank to you, I don't have a thorough system at that time, 15 years ago. Now I do. Okay. This lady was not even able to have a a normal period for the last 20 years. And she recuperated, become normal. She's really super healthy. She's even much healthier than I am. And she's ready to even work with me to have a water birth, right?
Oh, that's
And
good.
yeah, water birth. Seriously, we are now actually, I mean, doing the water birth, and I'm doing a lot of reading about water birth lah. I'm helping her to, I'm encouraging her lah. Do it at home lah if you can. Having water birth with the help from the husband lah. They are both very healthy. They follow all the procedures, and they're just like the earlier picture that I showed to you. They used to be unhealthy, become super healthy, and preparing to deliver the healthiest baby and smart babies. Right? If you ask me, jaundice don't come from whatever ginger you took. John, because ginger actually stimulating the purging of your toxin from the liver. That's why, unfortunately, it was passed on to your babies. So if you really want to, I'm encourage all new parents, if you given a choice, if you ever have a chance to conceive again, please cleanse your body as thorough as possible, especially on the liver, large intestinal, kidney, right? When you're able to make all these three very healthy, all your blood circulation becomes super healthy, and deliver of babies, right, should never be an issue at all. Just I shared earlier, right? Just now the lady, she used to be unhealthy, become healthy. She delivered the baby with no jaundice at all. No jaundice whatsoever. Because I told her you must actually make sure your liver, your gallbladder, your large intestinal, and your kidney must be healthy, super healthy. Not based on the benchmark done by the blood test. It's actually going beyond.
Okay. So which mean actually if we are breastfeed mommy, right, we can actually take ginger.
You can take ginger, but if really have a challenge because like it actually cause a jaundice, right? Okay, the second reason why baby got jaundice, you see, if you ever have a natural birth, right, it'd be good that you can negotiate with the doctors. Don't cut the umbilical cord on the spot immediately. Let the baby subside for 1 or 2 hours. Please understand, because when they're being squeezed out, right, they are being under suppression of the stress. They're being traumatized. So you must give them opportunity to be able to, through the umbilical cord, for them to be able to deal with the outer world, because they've been inside the womb all the time. They'll be so comfortable. The moment they deliver, right, you're suppressing them out. They're actually under a form of shock. So give them a 1 or 2 hours to subside. Actually, the longer the better. It's all about how you negotiate to your doctors, for them to be able to have a better lung function. Otherwise, I'm sure majority of kids, they always have what they call this a sinus, right? They always have the challenges of like able to actually make their liver to function normally, because they are not able to activate all their organ in time. If you can negotiate with the doctor, let the umbilical cord to be cut much later. Like the water birth that we did, right? We don't even want to cut. We actually just take the whole placenta, let the placenta actually strung, or probably actually got use up all the nutrients coming from the placenta for the baby to continue. Or let the umbilical cord dry up by itself, then only we actually cut the umbilical cords. This is actually what we are doing right now, researching right now. Yeah, it is doable. It is doable.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got it. Good one.
Yeah.
Okay, then one more. Mommy is asking,
Yeah.
how do we prevent from osteoporosis or calcium loss after giving birth?
Okay, please take a lot of calcium stuff. Any food, especially, okay, one of the recommendation I highly recommend actually to take calcium plus. You might not heard of it, but they've been long available in the, not in the market per se. It's actually from Japan. Like my daughter drinks a lot of calcium plus. My wife during pregnancy drink a lot of calcium plus. This calcium is a bit different from ordinary calcium, because typically they ask you to take calcium bicarbonate, but all these are what they call chemical combination. Calcium plus is a bit different, because the Japanese, what they did, due to the bomb of the Hiroshima with the atomic bomb, they actually have severely having calcium loss. So they discovered that anything come from the sea is actually a good stuff. For example, they took the coral, they took actually the oyster shell, they burn at 1,400 Celsius and left over with all the essence. And these are basically like the powder white in color. Even you go and burn further, they can never be in carbon. They are always maintain the white. These are the calcium can be appreciated by our bone. Take a lot of calcium plus. Alternatively, you don't understand what I'm saying, right? Please take a lot of spirulina. Take a lot of spirulina, take a lot of spinach. Spinach, because you don't just need the calcium, you need a lot of water. You see, for a calcium bone to build, you need a lot of collagen, you need a lot of silicon, you need a lot of vitamin C, you need a lot of vitamin E, you need a lot of calcium, you need a lot of magnesium. It's actually all chemical. That's why good that you can take the multi-wipes, multi-mineral and multi-wipes, to be able to maintain, to abstain yourself from suffering from osteoporosis. Right? But the best to me is to take one particular one, which is actually the calcium plus. Right.
Where can we get calcium plus? I guess the mummy where to get.
Get two wins off by me.
Okay, because myself also taking calcium plus, which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
recommended
Okay.
by SK as well.
Yeah, actually, calcium plus, I'm not referring to the calcium plus. You see, calcium plus is just a term name. See, if I really let you experience the calcium plus, be frank, it was never taste good. Why? Because this calcium plus also for me to use it to test in the, it's like for my student, for all the clients or even my patient, right, to do tests, is to identify for them to acknowledge what is wrong with their internal organ. Example, people who are unhealthy, right, the moment they drink the calcium plus, there's a tendency they say, how come it's so bitter? How come actually so smelly, like a fishy smell,
Yep.
what they call this pungent smell and so forth? It's all really because it's a reaction from the organ, right? We all enjoy food simply because our tongue have the taste but our taste bud have the ability to taste different kind of taste. It can be sour, it can be bitter, it can be what they call sweetness and so forth, bittersweet and so forth. And calcium plus were able to use this mechanism to communicate with the brain to identify how healthy or unhealthy of your organs. It's a very now I give an example. My QQ drinks it. She always say it's very sweet. It's a honey sweet because she's able to maintain her body to be able to eliminate the toxin as much as possible.
Yeah. Yes.
Right?
Okay. That's good one. So
Yeah.
any mommy here, if let's say you want to pregnancy during pregnancy also can take calcium plus.
Yes, of course. Of
Oh,
course.
okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any mommy, if let's say you want to know about calcium plus, right,
Right.
can come to us. We can actually connect you to SK. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Earlier, like I said, my wife, she never suffer any morning sickness at all, simply
Mm.
because I make sure that she take a lot of calcium plus. Why take
Ah.
calcium plus is to make sure she replenishing a lot of bone appreciated by her body and also by the baby. Now, take note, I'm sure you experience some of the ladies, right? The more they give birth, the bigger their bum,
Yeah. Why?
right? You know why? Because your body, okay, you see, all human body have a calcium bank, 1,400 mg inside the body as a reserve. Because whenever we actually suffering from any like fracture, broken bone, you need to use it to top up. It's like for them to heal our bone, right?
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we're eating a lot of food whereby it's acidic. That's why they got no choice to neutralize, to make our blood to be weak alkaline. They have to neutralize it by using up the calcium from the calcium bank. But when
Okay.
the calcium bank is used up, the next alternative is to use it from a spinal, and the biggest storage, the let's say reservoir for the calcium is actually your bum, right? So the moment you deliver more babies, body automatically say, hey, your bum cannot be empty, but they need to be top up. So that's why the more you top up, the bigger your bum become. Actually, not the bum, it's actually the bone, the pelvic bones. You follow
No
me? But
wonder. No wonder I have a big bum because
uh, that
I lost calcium.
please top up yourself with a lot of calcium. Calcium is mandatory, other than magnesium, iron, and so forth. Calcium is very important. That's why you do not want to suffer from morning sickness. Please take a lot of calcium, but good calcium. I want to emphasize on that.
When you talk about morning sickness, right? We have one
Yeah,
mummy here,
yeah,
Shermin.
yeah.
Shermin is asking how do we overcome serious morning sickness?
Calcium plus,
What
the
but
calcium.
what is the reasons of getting morning sickness? Because of we don't have enough calcium?
Yes, correct, exactly.
Oh,
You
okay.
see, you must okay. Let me give you an example. Let me. Of course, I can't ask you for interaction, but you please alert. How many of you have a lot of crack and corn at your soul? You know, crack and corn. A lot of ladies, especially even men, also they have suffering from this crack
Yeah.
and corn. Right? Do you know why?
Why?
The brain tells you I don't have enough trace mineral. You know what? Okay, we need mineral, right? But
Ah,
also body needs a lot of, I mean, insignificant, but it's still essential for us to have trace mineral. Where do you get this trace mineral from? You have to get it from higher colloid. What do you mean by high colloid? It's actually like some people actually will dig out from the mountain, certain degree of the salt, the what they call the rocks, dissolve in the water, become minerals. Those are called higher colloid. But the alternative in Asia, right? We use bamboo salt. I'm sure you heard about bamboo salt nibin. Why are they so good? Not only they are able to eliminate all, they actually like filled with a lot of minerals. They also have a lot of trace mineral. Imagine if you were to drink a small teaspoon in a water for the next 2 weeks, right? I guarantee you, with personal experience, your crack and your corn will be gone because you already top up all the necessary nutrients in your body.
oh.
Uh, what I'm sharing here is okay. This actually every single human being, right? If you understand, brain always send you sickness. In fact, I miss out one part. Actually, like, I always have to please inform you. Always treat the pain as your best friend. If you want to understand about being healthy, talk about health management. Pain is always your best friend. If you can't identify pain, you actually wouldn't know what's wrong with you. Pain is always a sign whereby sent by the brain to inform the body of this master there's something wrong with it. Please do something about it. For example, like sciatica. Sciatica is actually like, oh, you always have this pain for your entire feet. It's really because you have a calf, have a big nerve connected to your what they call the lumbar. I mean, it's near to the pelvic. But we have been ignoring it. Always have this what they call the numbness of your feet, and you ignore it. Eventually, they become hardened. That's where you're suffering from sciatica. Like I said, these are all long topic. Eventually, I hope that I have a chance to be able to share with you more, especially for pregnant mommy. For pregnant
We
mommy.
actually, I mean, if we don't have this COVID-19, right, we actually wanted to invite SK over to Eve@8 outlets in Bukit Jalil so that we can invite mummies over and then we can have talk direct interactive. Because we want to learn from you. We are going to like, now it's already 10:22.
Yeah.
We are going to continue again. Well, because we have a lot of mummy questions coming out. That's the thing.
Oh, it will never end, sir. Be frank to you, even like if I were to teach you the cooperation, right? Like recently, I did a 2-day training. Then eventually they asked for extension of 2 days because it's never ending. Help is not something that you can just like we go through tonight, then you remember. Of course, I emphasize on some certain key points, lah. Okay. For example, you want to have a healthiest baby, right? You want to deliver the healthiest baby. Okay. I always tell the father and mother, please make love between 9 p.m. to 11 p.m.
Mommy, can you hear that? Whoever want to pregnant,
new mommy and daddy, please. Because 9 p.m. to 11 p.m.
Whoever don't want to pregnant, don't make love during this hour. Every day. Okay. Joking,
right.
okay. Joking, okay. Okay, we have one mommy. Just now you talk about the numbness, right? So we have one who's asking. Melissa is asking, does the calcium help for finger joint pain? The calcium.
Of course it does. It does.
Oh, so this joint pain.
The fundamental, I want to strongly emphasize, is all boiled down to the blood. If your blood is weak alkaline, it actually cause a lot of, because it's deficient oxygen, nutrients, supplement and so forth. So it actually will cause all this pain. But calcium is because of the misformation or inadequate osteoarthritis. Okay, let me give an example. You heard about spur? Have you ever guys heard about spur? Okay. Okay. What will happen when you actually discover a spur in your body, especially at the lower part of the body? It can be at the spine, it can be at your feet area. Then doctors say, you can't. There's the only thing for us to do actually is to go for operation, go and grind it, and hopefully it will never come back. Hopefully, but I want to use this very simple analogy. Imagine if I would actually go and go and knock on my wall and dig a big hole. Can I actually recover? Can I actually refill it up? Yes, you can. But can you see the stain? It's the same like human being. When I have a cut, eventually they will recover because our body have the ability to actually go and rebuild the cell. But eventually, if you don't do it properly, you see the scar, right? Now, just imagine you eat wrong stuff, especially acidic food in your body. They have that when they use up all your calcium bank, like I told you, right? They will actually leach out all the calcium from the bone. But the brain never allow the bone to be empty. Otherwise, you'll be suffering from osteoporosis or osteoarthritis. So they ask you to top up the calcium. But if you eat low quality of calcium, they just simply go and replenish it inside your bone. That's where extra bone are being developed and touch on your nerve system and cause pain.
Oh.
That's why good quality of your supplement is very important. You do not simply just take, supplement from pharmacy can be taken. Please understand. You have to understand how are they made of. If they are not made from natural, like I shared with you earlier, right? Please go and burn your supplement. Go and burn your medicine. If they actually smell pungently, it's like, wow, they are not unpleasant. Please don't take them because they are not food. You want to help yourself to be healthy, you have to take food, right? Food is your best medicine.
Yeah. Okay. We are going to go for another 5 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Otherwise, we can't finish because we have
never ending.
never ending. Okay, one more very straightforward one.
Yeah.
What should I eat for my baby?
What shall you eat for your baby, sir?
The mommy pregnant time. What are the things food?
chia seed. You have to take a lot of stuff. Okay, pregnant mommy, I highly recommend you have to put into consideration, take a lot of healthy food, especially vegetable and fruits. Okay, abstain, stop taking too much of milk, no milk. QQ never took milk. Okay, milk, because the milk today is different from the milk in the past. That's why you look at people, oh, grass-fed beef, grass-fed butter, because today most of the livestock, they are not actually being fed properly. They are mostly being fed with chemical. So no milk at all, because the more milk you drink, the more you're suffering from osteoporosis. If you don't understand what I'm saying, right, please go and study the statistic made by all this authority. You'll be surprised, actually, most of the country that produce a lot of livestock like beef, egg, chicken, and so forth, they are the highest rate of cancerous, even for dairy food. And dairy food itself, right, and they have been intoxicated with a lot of dioxin. There are so many heavy metal toxin have been residing inside the body. Okay, I give you an example. Imagine, let's say, I take a vegetable filled with a lot of pesticide. Okay, the pesticide is actually like, oh, because it's a toxin, right? Because they used to kill the insects. But let's say if I have this vegetable to feed the chicken, and later I eat the chicken, the toxin that accumulated inside the what they call the pesticide will be increased by 13-fold.
Wow.
Maybe I eat the vegetable is toxin, right? But go eat the chicken itself will be increased by 13-fold. And all these are well researched by the researchers, especially from all over the world.
Wow.
That's why, mommy, if you can abstain from taking meats, we don't need meat to survive. Let me give an example. When you breastfeed your baby, why do we breastfeed the baby? Because we want to boost up their immunity. We want to make sure we provide all the prebiotics, probiotics for the baby to grow exponentially. But do you know that the protein come from the breast milk is only 1.6 to 1.8%? We don't need a lot of protein to grow our body. We only need the adequate. But we have been educated by what they call the scientists, or by the authorities, say that we have to take a lot of protein, which is not necessary. You have to look at your body constitution. But more importantly, please take a lot of vitamin E, vitamin C, vitamin D, which is sunlight, okay, and also vitamin K, which is only produced by probiotics. Actually, these are all things that are severely deficient by human body, especially pregnant mommy. Calcium plus is a must. Chia seed, flaxseed, omega-3, omega-6, DHA, but no fish oil, please. Okay, because if you understand today, the sea are severely contaminated by microplastic, heavy metal, because all things are being dumped inside the sea, and fish go eat them, you're going to suffer. Where do the fish get all the omega-3? It comes from the foundation, spirulina.
Okay.
You have to look at your food chain. You have to look at the ecosystem and so forth. Right. Yeah, that's a long list. Please understand, always remember, if you can, consider take a lot of ginger. Like I said, the top 3 hierarchy of the alkali food: ginger, cucumber, right? Or even you look at Chinese cell roja, they're all raw. Eat as much raw as you can. Right?
Okay.
Unripe fruits and so forth, vegetable and so forth. Yeah.
So we need to have a conclusion. We need to have a more balance, but more on the vegetable, fruit.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Got to be balanced. Okay.
Yeah.
So we need to know what we supposed to eat, because nowadays we are actually taught by the TV and also the
correct.
Because one thing that we thought that, okay, I'm pregnant, I need something to put into my mouth for my baby and myself. The first thing is either we go to direct selling, because there are a lot of direct selling companies selling a lot of supplements, or we go to pharmacy.
Yes. Actually, direct selling is a better bet. But unfortunately, you have to understand their background, their R&D team, their scientists, how they came about this, right? Even the next, there are 3 things that I'm actually encouraging. If you really talk about really want to super healthy, right? You can actually consider the probiotics. Like I say, microbiome. Number 1 is microbiome. Number 2, you can consider stem cell. But of course, I'm not asking you to go inject the stem cell. You eat something that actually trigger the stem cell. Right? There's many supplements that are available that trigger the stem cell. Right? The third one is actually called CBD. It's actually like what they call this marijuana. But of course, it's not available in Malaysia yet. It's available everywhere. Yeah, marijuana is actually very good for calming your nerve. See, of course, we call it CBD, there are THC, there are so many names being termed, but they are into a different application. But for you to be able to release a healthy baby without, it's a stress-free, right? CBD is actually the future as well. But of course, unfortunately, it's not available in Malaysia. I do a lot of research over in Australia right now with the parties.
Yeah,
Okay.
we need to eat a lot of vegetable greens one, or the
Yeah.
most natural, wholesome food will be the best. Okay. Okay. No more questions because it's not like
Actually, there are two more, right? If you don't mind, just answer this. The
which one?
CT, the carpal syndrome, the carpal tunnel syndrome, right?
Oh yeah.
Actually, carpal tunnel syndrome is because your nerve is actually being hardened. You never exercises, and of course, like I said, you have to stop bathing at night. And of course, if you go and study about laser light, red laser therapy, or NO3, nitrate oxide version number 3. These are able to assist you, right? NO3 as particularly, go for laser light, able to emit a lot of NO3 because it's a trend, and in fact, a lot of doctors are subscribing to it. There are such machine available able to address on your carpal tunnel syndrome. Again, you still come back to your how severe is your carpal tunnel syndrome. It is curable. Everything can be reversed and reversed. Now, for heel pain, it's all simply because your bone you're having inflammation. Take a lot of omega-3, omega-6, omega-3 particularly. Consider chia seed and flaxseed. Right? Even calcium plus can address that. Right. Okay.
High
I'm done.
antioxidant stuff.
Say again?
Those like high antioxidants food.
Yes, it's a food. Correct.
Okay. Thank you so much,
Thank you
SK,
very much for the opportunity.
one and a half hour. We have one mommy is saying this, you see. Can request for a longer talk by SK next time. Very interesting. A lot of lifetime story and example into our daily life.
Yeah, sure. That's my intention. Yeah, I love to share.
Today, you see, today we are talking more about pregnancy. Pregnancy and also baby. So next time we are going to invite SK again to talk about postnatal. Because post pregnancy, pregnant time you are still okay, but most of the time mothers we get tired after we deliver because we breastfeed and then we have to wake up middle of the night. We have a lot of things to do and we get more tired. So now we are not going to talk further about this topic. We are going to invite SK again. I'm going to ask SK to squeeze his time again for us.
Thank you. Right.
So next time when we share the poster out, do stay tuned with us, okay?
Right.
So thank you so much again.
Okay. One last thing for those of you who couldn't sleep, right? I encourage you go and get a glasses actually with blue cut. Blue cut. I'm not having eyesight problem. It's just that I need to protect my eye from computer screen, from a handphone. So I always have this blue cut glasses. Actually, blue cut actually means it's like you actually eliminate blue ray. You look at a lot of children, they have eyesight problem that are affecting their brain because of gamma ray, because they have been penetrated with the blue ray. So go and get a blue cut glasses.
You can get it anywhere.
Go to all the prominent glass, what they call this, glass shop, right? And request, I want a blue cut glasses.
Oh,
blue cut. They call it blue cut, Blu-ray cut lah. Blue cut means actually they're eliminating the Blu-ray.
Okay. Thank you again, SK.
Welcome.
We are going to invite you for another sessions again. So
looking forward to that.
Thank you very much. Okay,
Thank
we
you.
are going to replay again. Mommy that means any sessions, you can actually go to S.E.E.D. Facebook to review again. Okay, we basically answer most of the questions today.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much.
Everyone have a nice weekend and thank you, SK.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.